Messi writhes down there in pain. It was a raw challenge on Lionel Messi.
It's not like Casemiro, is it?
He said ironically.
His first foul was in 15 seconds. This is third one so far. The referees are judged. Well, he gets some of the ball, but I think it takes more than enough of Lionel Messi initially.
This was the other big decision. It did come off the lower arm of Carvajal, and the referee couldn't have been better placed.
His arm's close to his body, and it does deflect off his own thigh. So it's not a penalty for me.
Not unsurprisingly, maybe the first caution of the evening to Carlos Casemiro. Kovacic. Isco. Marcelo takes to the wing.
It is often an issue, though, isn't it, for Zidane and Real Madrid?
That's a brilliant ball. It's a clever run as well. Bale tries to play it back to Benzema.
But Casemiro does get booked so frequently. 70 minutes to play in this game. He's the defensive hold midfield players. He's jumped to make challenges. Got away with it a number of occasions last season. An important player for Real Madrid.
Isco. Bale draws Piqué, makes the angle for himself. Benzema can't get the touch. Kovacic to Casemiro. Oh, driven by Toni Kroos.
That's a very good pass from the German midfielder. Very rare. Casemiro with a challenge on Messi. Messi sees him coming, steps across into the challenge to try and shield the ball. It's fair to say it's just warming up now, isn't it? It's been a classic so far.
Oh, driven by Toni Kroos. Casemiro catches Zinedine Zidane as he's playing idle. It's a great deal to the manager as well, who's shown so much faith in him. A good start on
into the challenge.
For Benitez, but when it came to the Clasico, Benitez dropped him, and that was the beginning of the end for
it's just warming up now, isn't it?
Former Liverpool manager.
It's been a classic so far.
Zidane. Driven. Toni Kroos is a constant in the team. Zinedine Zidane is playing the ice out to go into great deals of form. He's one of the set artisans, Isco. There's a little linking of arms there between Benzema and Vidal. The referee's attention was brought to it by his assistant.
More than a little nudge, wasn't it, from Benzema on Vidal?
Iniesta. Alba to Umtiti. Andres Iniesta. Gerard Deulofeu. Piqué. Rakitic. Vidal. Just over a quarter of the game gone. It's taken Barcelona quite a while to impose themselves on the match. And another raw challenge on Messi, this time from Gareth Bale. It looks could kill.
He's getting involved in the game more now, and he always is prepared to take defenders on. He's outnumbered. Trusts his ability. Tight situations, to dribble away from defenders, to change direction quickly. It's a genuine attempt from Bale, isn't it? But definitely a foul. Advantageous position for Barcelona to take on the attempt. Direct to goal. Of course, with Neymar not there. Suarez getting involved in the set piece.
Well, the favourite would always be Lionel Messi, surely. For most players on the planet, you'd say an impossible angle. But it's Messi standing over the ball. He goes for it. He almost gets it. You could see Navas half expecting something like that.
Of course he was just over the crossbar. Didn't really ever look as if it was going to get down quick enough to beat the Real Madrid goalkeeper.
Kovacic. Varane. Kovacic to Isco. Too much on the pass. PK to Vidal. It's a lazy pass on Vidal. Isco's the most prominent player for Real Madrid so far in this game. PK does a little pirouette. Appreciation from the Barcelona supporters. Kovacic. Ramos. Toni Kroos. There is Messi. Brilliant ball by Messi. De La fail. Suarez catches the eyes of the defenders. Rakitic. Iniesta. Nice layoff to Jordi Alba. Alba with a disappointing cross. Barcelona trying to get used to life without Neymar.
Yeah, and it did look that way there, didn't it? It wasn't fluent down the left wing. Messi's attempt. If it is on target, Keylor Navas does have it covered.
Titi and PK, I'm sure, trying to split the Real defence. It appeared to be a handball from PK, and if it was deliberate, the referee, will caution him. It's a very soft handball from PK.
He tries to palm it in, doesn't he? He fully deserves the yellow card. You have no complaints there. Don't think he had any, did he? Exactly what was coming.
Marcelo. Isco. Asking a lot of Gareth Bale. And Titi casually back to keeper ter Stegen.
Looks very assured now, doesn't he? And Titi, a big success from last summer's transfer signings that Barcelona made.
They spent 82 million last summer. He's the only player that made an impact. Wonderful athletic defending here by Varane. To Carvajal. Isco. De La Fea to Titi. Now Rakitic. Messi. Rakitic showed too much of the ball to Rafael Varane. The pace is quickening as the players go through the gears here. Here's Marcelo. Oh, gets the space on Vidal. Oh, it was a necessary header. And don't forget the second leg of this Spanish Supercopa is on Wednesday night. That is right, it is 10 o'clock kickoff UK time on Wednesday on the Sky Sports Football channel. It allows the capital to cool down. It's around 40 degrees in Madrid at the moment. Casemiro looking for the element of surprise, but no catching out. Marc-Andre ter Stegen.
really good chance for Real Madrid with the cross from the left wing. Jordi Alba with a defensive header against Gareth Bale, who's in the far post.
Rakitic, Iniesta, in his own time. Alba, now Messi. Moran uses it back to Keylor Navas. Marcelo, brilliant by the Brazilian. PK. As for a foul after the ball had gone. As Zinedine Zidane was assisting the referee with making his decision.
It's a position that Marcelo shouldn't be allowed to get away from. He turns Vidal there. He's getting a knock in at the bottom of his back.
No goals, 6 fouls apiece. A yellow card per team as well in the opening half an hour of this game. Bale. Marcelo. Kroos. Benzema. Kroos. And Titi waits for his goalkeeper. He has great ability with his feet. There is Suarez. But Varane is the beating of him when it comes to pace. Ramos. Lionel Messi. I love his records, but it's a long time since he scored against Real Madrid at the Camp Nou in a Clasico. Lionel Messi hasn't scored here against Real in 5 games.
It's fair to say that neither team have hit full stride yet. Looking for a bit of magic. Goal from nowhere. It's going to be Messi for Barcelona, and it's going to be Isco for Real Madrid, who look the prime candidates to come up with something a little bit different, a little bit special.
De La Feo hasn't yet blended with Messi and Suarez. Iniesta, Jordi Alba, tight. Messi's there. Brave, decisive save from Navas.
It's better from Barcelona, isn't it? Opening up that space. It's a wonderful pass from Iniesta. There's Jordi Alba, without breaking stride, run onto it. Try and cut it back first time to Lionel Messi.
There's Suarez. Refuses to give up the chase. Casemiro. It's his job, the enforcer. Here's Barca's enforcer, Busquets. Vidal. Casemiro.
I admire the way that Suarez knows that Varane is quicker. It would be easy for Suarez just to drop deep, get the ball to feet, make no attempt to run in behind, but his movement is so good, so intelligent, good understanding with his midfield players. It's important for him and Barcelona if they can stretch Varane and Ramos, make them run back towards their own goal. Opens up the space for the likes of Iniesta and Rakitic and the attacking fullbacks.
Oh, pendulum of possession swinging the way at the moment of Barcelona. PK. Rakitic through the legs of Marcelo. Jordi Alba. Times last season when he was out of favour with Luis Enrique. And as Iniesta cleverly plays it to Suarez. Well, they don't outwit Ramos. Casemiro. France's whole defence creeps up to the halfway line. Now they have to backtrack a little. This is Benzema. Well, it's enthralling for the football purists. It's a defensive masterclass from both teams so far. Suarez, Rakitic, Suarez. Oh, little confusion in the Real Madrid defence as Barcelona are livening things up now.
Play from Suarez. He's looking to get involved in the build-up. End-to-end stuff. Very little play in midfield now. Both teams look absolutely shattered. 35 minutes in. Both teams desperate to win this cup. Two big games before the season starts. Probably two that they probably could have done without in terms of preparation for their league campaign. They both want to win. I think they're both way short of where they expect them to be once the season gets up and going.
Iniesta hits and hopes, not his star really. Easy for Ramos to head away. This is Benzema. As always, Karim Benzema is full of running. Very rarely goes the full 90 minutes. This is the Suarez into play, and it was Carvajal who came across and bailed out the rest of the defence. Isco sparkled in the opening 20 minutes or so of the game. They blotted him out as Barca have slowly started to take control. Kovacic to Carvajal. Bale. Kroos. Marcelo. Isco. Vidal stands off him, gives Isco space. Oh, it's a great save from Ter Stegen. Pure reflex after Gareth Bale whisked it in.
It's a snapshot from Gareth Bale. And Isco causing all sorts of problems. Now backing into his own penalty area, not giving too much help from any of his teammates in terms of defending one against Isco.
Heads up, and Titi climbs highest. Gerard Deulofeu leads the counter-attack. Deulofeu to Jordi Alba. Full steam ahead. Carvajal only half stops him. Puts it into the danger area. And tidying things up is Kovacic. It's been a mature performance from Kovacic in the role tonight of Modric. He continues the run as well. He stops something, can he start something? Gareth Bale beaten in the race by Gerard Piqué. Here's Ter Stegen. Marcelo.
Just a few moments ago I said it was end-to-end stuff. Very little play in midfield. A good example of that. Kovacic chasing all the way back, and Jordi Alba was trying to take on Carvajal. Did so well that he was radiant up the pitch again. You see the snapshot from Gareth Bale, the cut back from Isco. Good reflexes from Ter Stegen. Technique-wise as well from the goalkeeper to push it over the crossbar. A good attempt from Gareth Bale.
Messi. Iniesta. Busquets.
No hint in the tactical approach from Real Madrid that this is a two-legged affair, is it? For the away team, they haven't come with the idea, the intention to keep clean sheet, to shut up shop. It's just been a straightforward game of football, isn't it? With both teams looking to win, looking to score goals.
Messi gets around Casemiro. The referee has to pick something out of that. The ball's in the middle of it somewhere. Or was it payback by Messi on Carlos Casemiro?
picks up the booking here. Is it Messi for the foul? Is it Busquets for the descent? Referee gets involved in the play. Deflects off the referee. Busquets with a crunching challenge on Casemiro. That's payback from Busquets. I have no doubt about that whatsoever.
And we're told it was Lionel Messi who received the booking. Could well have been Busquets as well, as Terry said. His challenge is maybe more dangerous than Messi, but the referee probably saw it as an active descent. And Busquets takes it as part of the game that he's caught heavily by Gareth Bale.
So PK holding off Gareth Bale. Back heel. But a double drag back and a back heel now from Gerard Piqué in his own penalty area. Goalkeeping from Ter Stegen to keep out Gareth Bale.
Yeah, booking for Bale as well. There was a time when we had the 5 costliest players ever participating in the Classico. And of course, Gareth Bale is at number 3 in that particular chart. A bit of afters there. And it's Carvajal who's the latest to go in the referee's little black book.
The players are getting even more tired. The tackles and the challenges are even later. Again, Carvajal shouldn't have any complaints. He's pointing to the ball. It wasn't him that got anywhere near the ball, was it? Pointing in the direction that the ball went. Clearly catches Iniesta.
Iniesta had injury problems last year. It was a cruciate injury picked up against Valencia. And after January, didn't start back-to-back games until right at the very end of the season.
He didn't have much of a pre-season because of the European Championships. Picked up that injury, serious injury, early on in the season for an aggressive challenge from an opponent. And kind of nursed him through the rest of the season.
Messi, easy for Ramos. Well, he scored the dramatic equaliser against Barcelona last year. Ramos in the 90th minute. Busquets, Vidal, Piqué. Rakitic. Iniesta. Alba. Without his usual playmate Neymar. Vidal. Rakitic. Standing his ground is Ramos out the game. As we mentioned, Barcelona dominating possession of the ball. That may be part of the plan of Zidane. He is at times content for his players to sit back and utilise the breakneck speed on the counter-attack. Something he brought from his time in Italian football with Juventus. And this is, of course, on Barcelona to entertain the home supporters. Titi with a layoff from Delafeu. Iniesta. Lightning football this from Barcelona, but there's no strike at the end of it. Isco. Carvajal. Here's Gareth Bale. Teases it to Toni Kroos. To the final minute of the first half. Marcelo was given his wings by Vidal. This is Casemiro. Carvajal. Looking for Bale at the far post, and Bale came clambering in.
There's a grimace again from Gareth Bale. He should be favourite again at the far post. He gets slightly underneath the cross, doesn't he? Cannot direct his header goalwards from that range if it's on target. Fancy the chances of beating Ter Stegen.
All right, on cue, the referee draws the first half to a close, pretty much as we expected. Two teams showing a bit of tightness in the opening showcase game of the season. Barcelona edging the possession, but Real Madrid starting the game very sharply. And I'm sure in the second half we're going to see Cristiano Ronaldo at half-time at the Camp Nou. It is Barcelona 0, Real Madrid 0. So half-time in the Spanish Super Cup of first leg. Barcelona, as we mentioned, edging the possession 60-40, but both teams with a couple of chances at goal. 6 chances during the course of the game, and we've had 5 bookings as well. There's almost a goal in the opening minute with a little bit of short-sightedness by the keeper, Ter Stegen, almost gifting an early goal for Kovacic.
It's complacent from Ter Stegen. Kovacic, the right idea. Didn't get enough elevation on the chip, the lob.
And no Neymar means a little more space for Luis Suarez to operate in, and he's had the better of the chances for Barca.
Yep, and he's always willing to make that run. This great movement in behind, curves his run, bends his run, so he's in on onside position. Again, a comfortable save for Keylor Navas.
Well, early in the game, Barcelona could be accused of being slow of thought. It was Isco who was catching the eye. He's been the play marker with Cristiano Ronaldo on the bench. Couldn't get his shot on target after leading Vidal a merry dance.
He's become such an influential player for Real Madrid, and in the first half, Real Madrid, especially when he gets the opportunity to take on Vidal.
Well, taking the place of Neymar has been Gerard Deulofeu, who swears he should have won a penalty. It was a point-blank block from Carvajal.
Yep, Carvajal's arm is near his body and it rolls up his leg onto his arm. Penalty for me, and Messi attempt from the set piece. Curling it over the crossbar, sufficient power, but I think Keylor Navas does have it covered if it's on target.
Well, it has been a first half of its ifs, buts and maybes. Most of the clever play has been from Isco, and that was the best save of the game from Ter Stegen. Reflex stuff to keep out Gareth Bale.
Again, it's Isco taking on Alex Vidal. Gareth Bale with the snapshot. Good technical goalkeeping from Ter Stegen to palm it away over the crossbar. Good strong hands.
This is the other chance to Bale, who came in at the far post, and maybe a fitter Gareth Bale or Cristiano Ronaldo may have scored there.
Yep, sharp Gareth Bale, just timing just out.
Well, food for thought for the managers at half-time. Okay, diary at the ready. This is the Spanish football coming up for you here on Sky Sports on the Football Channel on Wednesday night. The second leg of the Spanish Super Cup all begins at 5 to 10. Real Madrid against Barcelona. Next week, La Liga begins on Friday night on the red button on the Sky Sports Football Channel on Friday. Begins with Leganes against Albirex, and then Valencia against Las Palmas. On Saturday, Celta against Real Sociedad will be on the red button on the Sky Sports Football Channel. And then on the front of the channel will be Girona, new to La Liga, against Atletico Madrid. A 7:15 kickoff for that one. And your late Saturday game, same channel of course these days, 9:10 start is Sevilla against Espanyol. On Sunday, tea-time football is Athletic Bilbao against Getafe. That's followed by Barcelona against Real Betis. The late game on Sunday night is Deportivo La Coruña against Real Madrid. And then a double header on Monday on the Sky Sports Football Channel. First of all, it's Levante against Villarreal. And then on the red button, Malaga against Eibar. I can tell you Terry Gibson will be watching all of those. We haven't had a goal in the first half so far at the Camp Nou. This is the closest we've come. The Lionel Messi free kick causing concern for Keylor Navas. And for Real Madrid, I'm sure at some point we're going to see Cristiano Ronaldo. No better place to get fitness than down on the field of play. Isco and Bale have been their star performers so far. Isco, the creator, Gareth Bale, has had a number of chances. Brilliant save from Andre ter Stegen. We have an official attendance at half-time of 89,514 at the Camp Nou. Maybe you can get in touch with us on Twitter at Revista de la Liga. Put your questions in for Terry and John tomorrow on the podcast, and you can keep up to date with everything that's happening on the website skysports.com. Revista. What a great deal for Terry and John to talk about on our La Liga podcast tomorrow, but there may yet be signings. As we mentioned, there's a Brazilian who used to play in the Premier League who is likely to sign for Barcelona tomorrow. Rest easy, Liverpool fans, if you just tuned in. It's Paulinho.
We have to make our own mind up. If it happens, it looks like it's increasingly likely to happen. See what he brings to Barcelona. Another number in the midfield in terms of their squad numbers. A few players, I think, that will be departing Barcelona in the next week or so as well. I think it's one of those times for Barcelona where they're making their mind up about certain players. Players probably have already made their mind up who they would like to depart. We'll see a lot of action, transfer activity from Barcelona in the next 10 days.
Well, that is the thing.
220 million euros burning a hole in their pocket, and everybody knows it, and that's the problem.
There are some players on the fringes, the likes of Meunier, who last season was out at Valencia, Arda Turan, who doesn't appear to be part of the plans anymore. Maybe even Andre Gomes, who wasn't a hit after his signing last year, but is a regular for Portugal. He may capture the eye, of course, for Real Madrid, should I say. We expect that the signings are complete, but Zinedine Zidane did toy with the media yesterday in saying you're going to have to wait until the final week of August to find out what happens. There are still those that have the conspiracy theory that David De Gea will be signed from Manchester United. There's been no weakness, though, in the performance tonight of Keylor Navas, the Real Madrid keeper. No signs of change at half-time. It is a stronger bench for Real Madrid with the likes of Cristiano Ronaldo, Dani Ceballos, Asensio, who started the Champions League final last season. And you do look for where the power may come from with Barcelona. Their attacking players, Alcacer, Suarez, I suppose Sergio Roberto as well. They bring energy to the team, but not too many of them are the kind of players who can come on and do damage. And they do need additions to their creative department. Starts on Sunday, recommences. Back in the day, the players used to go through all sorts of fitness ordeals, but the modern way is to find match fitness by playing top-class exhibition games around the world. And this is the first of the trophy competitions in Spain. There's Isco. He was offside.
I'm pretty sure both managers will be looking to freshen things up in the second half, to be mindful that they don't overplay players at this stage of the preparations for the season. Just caught offside there. It's interesting that Valverde has chosen to go with Alex Vidal after Barcelona paid 40 million euros to bring in Nelson Semedo from Benfica.
Well, we can hear the whistles around the Camp Nou. I believe that is because Cristiano Ronaldo has just risen to his feet down on the bench. Ram comes across to take care of Deulofeu, who started the second half in the central position with Suarez out on the left wing as Valverde just tries to loosen things up a little bit. Rakitic. Deulofeu. There he is, the pantomime villain. Will he come on in a puff of green smoke, I wonder, at some point? Suarez dropping a little bit deeper, trying to draw the defenders out of their shell. Andres Iniesta. Now Lionel Messi holds off one, holds off two. Still got past Casemiro and pleads with the referee.
It's not an angry Lionel Messi, inquiring quizzically to the referee. Just outnumbered, isn't he? Varane with a decisive challenge. Ramos, Carvajal. I think they know by now that he is the danger player. Surrounding him whenever he gets the opportunity to get turned on the ball, face the goal, look to take the defence on.
That may be an incident which in a couple of years' time would go to the video assistant referee up in the grandstand. So take a long lingering look at that again. Of course, on the Barcelona team, they've got Deulofeu, whose goal in that experimental game counted, thanks to the assistant video referee, the VAR. Isco, and Umtiti. Marcelo. Ramos. Benzema. Very well marked by Jordi Alba. Nice step over from Carvajal. Forces off Deulofeu. It's a big ask of Deulofeu as well, because a lot of Evertonians telling me in his days at Goodison Park he was never really a 90-minute man. The number of times he was withdrawn towards the end of the match. A bit of shifting on this left-hand side. Tony Kroos with the corner. Keeps it well away from the keeper, but not Piqué. Busquets. Sharpest mind down there is Isco. Now Marcelo. Oh. Piqué! Never out of the headlines in a Clasico, but it's a negative headline for Gerard Piqué. Something he never wanted to do, and that is score for Real Madrid.
It's good decisive attacking play from Real Madrid. Both teams have had success with getting players into positions around the byline. Of course, no surprise to see Marcelo getting into that position. Nice pass from Isco. Just times the pass well. Isco takes it, the touch, and places it into the path for Marcelo. He knows if he hits it across in that position in the 6-yard box with a bit of power, it's going to cause the defenders all sorts of problems, and that's exactly what happens to their pleasure. And Real sees his side, Real Madrid go 1-0 ahead. The first leg away from home. Always difficult for a defender there, isn't it? To try and get there, to try and stop the cross, get something on it. Gerard Piqué flies into the back of his own net.
Well, it causes pain to every Barcelona supporter watching, but nothing compared to the pain of Gerard Piqué, who has the club crest tattooed to his heart. Deulofeu. Darting run from Jordi Alba. Deulofeu can't find him. Iniesta. Bit of an ask for Alex Vidal. Messi. Hasn't been a good few weeks, has it, for Gerard Piqué, with that mistimed tweet about Neymar not leaving the club. Now he's mistimed interception. Iniesta to Messi. Deulofeu. Poor old Gerard Deulofeu has an impossible position to fill. Those are the words of Zinedine Zidane, who said that Neymar was irreplaceable. Away goes Benzema. Bale points to where he'd like it. He's ahead of the action. It comes off Piqué again. Heart-in-mouth moment for Gerard Piqué.
Yeah, an attack there again. You feel Real Madrid possibly could have done better. Obviously, Isco with a provider of the pass to Marcelo. Good first touch. Gets it out of his feet. Drives it across goal. And deflection off of Gerard Piqué. Lionel Messi. You saw the earlier challenge, and he gets it away from him. Half-hearted appeal for a penalty from Messi.
Piqué. Normally the Rock looking a little porous at the moment. Brilliant from Suarez. And Deulofeu keep up with him on this left-hand side. Suarez to Messi. May have been a foul. The referee tries to give the advantage to Barcelona. Backfires on Senor Bengochea. Marcelo. Not convinced that Marcelo was offside. This go got out of the way then. Not a good moment for the referee. There's Rakitic. Now Messi. Caresses the ball to Rakitic. Flying down the right-hand side is Vidal. Carvajal steps over it. Chance for Deulofeu. Oh, and it was 1 footstep away from Lionel Messi.
A good reaction from Barcelona to going a goal behind. Stop the pace in terms of tempo in attack. Vidal with the first cross. Initially to try and find Messi. Deulofeu again.
Well, that's the moment he dreamed about all of his life, Gerard Deulofeu, the Barcelona supporter who's made the first team in his first Clásico, a chance to score.
He's looking to pass it across the box, isn't it? Across the 6-yard box to Lionel Messi. Any attempt on goal with the power, with the curl, the right-footed player coming in from the left. Would be more dangerous. It looks like he tries to pick out Lionel Messi. He couldn't get the touch.
Kovacic. Ramos.
We haven't seen Deulofeu take on Dani Carvajal in particular, and he's had numerous opportunities to do exactly that. He looks nervous and apprehensive. It's a massive chance for him, massive opportunity. That's what he's good at. He's got that pace. He can drive and get at defenders, get the other side of the fullback. He's been reluctant to do that tonight.
Marcelo. So much space. Benzema draws Piqué, puts it across. Carvajal! How did that not go in? A remarkable clearance. As Barcelona was so stretched. All the people leading the charge, it was Dani Carvajal. Barcelona looking shaky. You can sense the discontent around their home ground. Deulofeu. Toni Kroos. Piqué. Now Rakitic. Vidal on the outside. Rakitic tries to find Suarez. The referee judges a free kick for Barca.
So open the game though, isn't it? Real Madrid looking to try and finish the tie-off, going all out to try and get the second goal. They're going to get more opportunities. This was a really good opportunity. Does Benzema waste the opportunity though by, again, not getting his head up and picking out a teammate? Eventually he finds the route to Carvajal.
It was quite a remarkable clearance from Jordi Alba, who's left the 2 players to babysit.
It's a brilliant clearance because he's trying to occupy the centre of the goal. And once he goes past him, he reacts, turns, gets across. And it's a fantastic block to deny Carvajal. A little cutback from Isco was the best opportunity for Real Madrid, though.
Is it Messi time? No, it's not. The wall is well built. Expensively built, but well built. Now Isco. Well, he is loving every minute of this Clásico, Isco.
And in fairness to the Barcelona supporters, as they're enjoying his performance, been 2 or 3 pieces of action which has had the crowd off their feet for a Real Madrid player.
I think he's still got his pet dog, Isco. And the name of the dog is Messi. He named it before he left Malaga. There's a touch of the Messi's about him tonight. Oh, look at that circus football from Marcelo. The referee not buying the foul. This is Busquets. PK. De La Fere. Referee trying to let things flow, but he felt that Carvajal had been holding down Gerard De La Fere. I don't need to say anything, do I? You can hear who's coming on. And Barcelona making their change as well. It's Karim Benzema. He's frequently taken out of the firing line. He's going to rest his legs, and Ronaldo will go into the centre forwards position. A warm welcome for Cristiano Ronaldo. Or is that fiery? Barcelona do have one vacant position in the starting 11. Last year they experimented with a number of players. De La Fere was replaced by Denis Suarez. A former Manchester City man replacing a former Everton man.
Yep, and unfortunately for De La Fere, didn't really make an impact in the game. I was going to say he didn't grab his opportunity.
Whisked away. Suarez! A necessary touch from Keylor Navas.
It's unrealistic, isn't it, to expect De La Fere to be the replacement for Neymar. Suarez doing his best there to get the equaliser. It's Denis Suarez with the latest player to get a chance.
Iniesta. Denis Suarez. Casemiro.
Seen a delivery to the far post. Carvajal complaining that he's pushed by Luis Suarez. I just think it's a aggressive play by the Barcelona striker.
Gareth Bale. Flies it in. Oh, it was Isco who came through the centre. Casemiro to Kovacic. Niggling little foul from Andres Iniesta. Varane. Carvajal. Marcelo on that far side, screaming that he wants the ball. Great ball. Ronaldo was quicker out of the blocks than beleaguered-looking PK. Here's Carvajal. That's the rear of Cristiano Ronaldo, who gets in the way of things.
He's been given a little bit longer than the 20 minutes he had against Manchester United. That was the plan from Zidane. 30 minutes tonight for Ronaldo. He's always in an offside position there. And again, looking to get behind the defence immediately. Benzema coming off, Ronaldo going up front. The Gareth Bale's been asked to play slightly wider. Drop into the right side of midfield position. This go on the left. A little sign that Real Madrid looking to tighten things up, just with the 1-goal lead away from home.
Toni Kroos. Ronaldo. Fear in the hearts of Barcelona. Emergency action taken by Gerard Piqué. Well, he finished last season explosively, Cristiano Ronaldo, with 16 goals in his last 10 matches. The star of the Champions League final. Turns 33 next winter. His powers are not exactly waning as he reinvents himself. Piqué. Denis Suarez. Now Vidal. Weaves inside. And Suarez was offside, despite the complaints from the home supporters. It was a teasingly late flag by the assistant on the far side.
I think his left leg just strays into that offside position, doesn't it?
That's the downside of wearing luminous yellow boots, isn't it?
Close one, very close. Fantastic movement from Luis Suarez.
Apparently Neymar scored tonight for Paris Saint-Germain. He's history. This is Denis Suarez. Messi. Now Iniesta. Messi. Rakitic. Inside Marcelo. Good run by Vidal. The recovery from Marcelo.
That's really good recovery. Helps him be as quick as Marcelo as well. Suarez with the attempt at goal. Tipped over by Keylor Navas. Ball in behind the fullback. There's a problem for opponents against Barcelona. But Marcelo did really well to block the attempted cross.
Vidal's header. Real Madrid's task is to keep Barcelona quiet. This is Suarez. Oh, Ferran almost replicated the own goal at the other end of the field.
I thought it was in.
I was about to say at the end of that sentence, 22 Clásicos since Real Madrid kept a clean sheet against Barcelona. Casemiro. Lionel Messi wins a header. Rakitic. Good defending by Gareth Bale, and the referee assists Barcelona. Vidal stolen. Pocket picked by Marcelo. Now Cristiano Ronaldo. Stopped by Iniesta. Ronaldo digs in. Denis Suarez. Andres Iniesta. Busquets. Oh, Ramos. There are a lot of nervous defenders out there, just throwing their body on the line, hoping for the best.
I think you described it correctly, Rob. Just pinched there by Marcelo. No foul on Vidal.
Good tackle by Umtiti. Andres Iniesta slows the game down to the pace he likes. Rakitic. Now Messi. Kovacic stands off him. Messi goes round Casemiro. Now Denis Suarez. Blocked by Carvajal.
They're coming together in the penalty area between Ramos and Luis Suarez. Off the ball. It was a swipe, it was a kick off the ball. Both have gone away with it, it appears.
That out. Here's Vidal. That's a weak shot from Alex Vidal. He's been given a chance to establish himself under the new management tonight. It's like a little tweak for
Doesn't know where to hold.
No, it doesn't.
I think it's cramp. Pushes into the challenge. He's holding his thigh, he's holding his calf, he's stretching out as if he's got a touch of cramp. Will Sergio Roberto play? Will it be right back? Will it be in midfield?
Well, you would imagine that he would come on for Alex Vidal on the right side of defence. He's such a versatile player, but
that makes sense, I think, doesn't it? Well, number 8, 20, is that for Asensio?
They put a number 8. Tony Kroos came across, but he's the messenger, I think, to Kovacic, and it's going to be Asensio who comes on. Amidst the confusion down on the shop floor. And it is Andres Iniesta who is going to be given a break. Need to use him sparingly. And Sergio Roberto has an opportunity to stake a claim for a midfield position. Well, Asensio was the breakthrough player of last season for Real Madrid. Kept his place at the end of the season, and Gareth Bale had to be content with playing as a sub in the Champions League final. There's Suarez, stopped by Carvajal.
He has the courage at the moment, doesn't he, Dennis Suarez, to take on Carvajal. I don't know if I was reluctant to.
Great ball. On the end of it, Messi. Smart save from Keylor Navas. Suarez goes low. Ramos won't give up the chase. It's a grappling match between those two. A world-class striker against one of the world's great defenders.
He does this so well, doesn't he, Suarez? Doesn't give things up. Uses his power. Barges his way through at times.
So many corners for Barcelona. Can they make one count? Swerved in by Messi. All bases covered for the Real Madrid defence. It's an interesting point you made at half-time when you looked at the Real Madrid bench. They have lost a lot of experience with James and Pepe moving on in the summer. Has cleared some pegs in the changing room. But they do have a lot of youngsters coming through, like Ceballos and Theo Hernandez, Asensio. Replacing proven talent with promising talent. It's a reversal of a few years ago as well, isn't it? Where Barcelona are going to have to invest to appease the supporters. Gareth Bale's cross. He knew exactly what picture he wanted to see on the front pages of the sports dailies tomorrow, Cristiano Ronaldo.
It would have been typical, wouldn't it? The overhead scissors kick.
You didn't want to tap him.
The bicycle kick from Ronaldo. Just gets the contact run, just comes off his shin. Doesn't hit the target. Rakitic. Never coming together.
Toni Kroos, Carvajal. And TT. There's Asensio. Isco. Ronaldo, brilliant ball. Marcelo joins in the party. Ter Stegen standing strong. Becoming far more entertaining as the superstar's legs are tiring. Here's Cristiano Ronaldo's offside. Hold the celebrations, Cristiano.
Not a massive protest, but he's just inquiring as to whether he So close, isn't it? Where's the steal? Where is the ball? When is it played forward? Standing in an offside position, and TT drops deeper. That is so close. Wouldn't be much good as a video assistant referee there, would I? You've got to be trying to commit on that one.
Well, you, like the assistant down on the touchline below, had to make an instant judgment without the aid of rocking and rolling replays. This is Suarez, Denis Suarez. And you can see his namesake, Louis, is not too happy with that finish. Marcelo. Bale goes early. The legs of Gareth Bale are looking particularly heavy, aren't they? And to bear in mind, he didn't start any of the last 9 games of last season. Remember when he played in the Classico in April, he lasted only 39 minutes on his comeback. He's the consummate professional, but he can put the miles in the valleys and around the capital and on the treadmill. It's a little bit different when you're down there on the lush surface of the Camp Nou. And of course, the Bernabeu on Wednesday. Messi. Almost knocks the head of Varane. Denis Suarez stands his ground. He's got a chance. Oh, Busquets. The goal was open, and he's wishing that the ground would open up. Keeper had slipped. Nobody wanted to stop it. And he squanders the opportunity to equalise.
It's the defensive midfield player, isn't it? Getting forward, trying to get the equaliser for Barcelona. There's no excuse. He has the talent. He should be scoring.
Well, that's another angle for you, Terry. That's
offside.
There we go. We found one eventually which justified it. Yeah.
I know he doesn't score many goals from that range, though. A player of his quality, Barcelona should be on level terms.
Vidal. Here's the goal in the Niigata in Catalonia. Teased up. PK can only help it on. Retrieved by Luis Suarez. Alba's the stay-at-home defender. Vidal. Easy for Marcelo. Was there a slight handball there by Rakitic? Not seen by the referee. Messi! Brilliant save! Brilliant second save from Keylor Navas. Oh, that would have been a controversial moment. This is Luis Suarez looking for Lionel Messi. Messi tries to go through the legs. Luis Suarez is there. And the referee has a big decision to make as there's a collision between Keylor Navas and Suarez. And the delegation of Real Madrid is falling on the deaf ears of Senor Bengochea. In years to come, they'll look to a man in the stand to make this decision. The referee has to go with his instincts and what his assistant, who's blinded on the far side, tells him. Did Suarez ride that? Was he anticipating it?
The Suarez gets the first touch. He's anticipating the contact. He's on his way down. I think there is contact from Keylor Navas. Navas throws himself full length. Suarez gets the first touch. He does catch his ankle. It's one of those where experienced strikers, gamesmanship, they leave their leg dangling. They hope there's contact from the goalkeeper. Suarez knows he's not going to get the attempt on goal. He's been driven away from the goal. It's going to go off for a goal kick. And they just hope the goalkeeper lunges in, makes some sort of contact. And then the referee has a decision to make. It's gone in Barcelona's favour.
Terry Gibson, paid-up member of the Strikers Union. The goalkeepers out there will be saying, that he made the most of it.
Oh, he definitely made the most of it. He leaves his leg at the angle where if Navas is going to touch it, it's going to bring him down.
Lionel Messi in the Classico extends his record of scoring in this magical fixture. Messi on the spot. 1-1. And Messi off the mark for the season.
He makes no mistake, does he? It hasn't always been the case with Messi from the penalty spot. He seems to be improving. Much more reliable than he was 2 or 3 seasons ago. Calmly struck that into the bottom corner.
Ter Stegen. There's a little bit of a fallout. Umtiti is giving Marcel a little jab in the ribs there. All discipline has gone out of the game. Adds to the entertainment. Here goes Lionel Messi. Real Madrid trying to chase Messi. Teases the ball through. Suarez. Oh. And Denis Suarez was one stride away from putting Barcelona ahead.
Well, it's exciting stuff now, isn't it? Messi, absolutely wonderful. Runs from the halfway line. Taking on defenders look so easy. Suarez was offside, and Messi plays that wide. The assistant referee's flag does go up. It wouldn't have counted. That's where Ramos just throws Suarez around. Not so sure there's any injury. Well, I'm pretty sure there's no injury to Luis Suarez. I wasn't sure the referee had given the penalty. It was one of those yellow card that had came out. I wasn't sure it was going to be for a dive for Suarez or a penalty.
Ronaldo, easy for Ter Stegen.